Philadelphia Eagles. What happened? How do you lose to Drew Lock on prime time? Yes, the Seattle Seahawks defeat the Philadelphia Eagles 20-17 reaction. A big fourth quarter from Seattle outscored them 10-0 to prevail on a clutch drive from Drew Lock down the field. You gotta give so much credit to Drew Lock, man. I mean, he had a solid game up until that final drive, but he made some nice big throws. One to DK Metcalf on a nice catch from DK Metcalf as well. One to Jackson Smith and Jigba for the win, pretty much. Drew Lock, 22-33, 208 yards, one touchdown, no interceptions, led that clutch drive there for the win. And that's probably one of the worst Eagles losses you have to think of the season. Why throw that ball right there? 2 timeouts and 13 seconds left right out of his field goal range. The QB has to play better in defense, and the defense made Drew Lock look competent there. Some really awful play in the last little bit by the Philadelphia Eagles, excuse me. They just can't beat the Seahawks. Hurts has been pretty brutal this year. And I feel like Hurts is starting to regress. Even though he's forcing throws he never has before, you needed 20 yards, not a 30-yard hanger in double coverage. Like, that was in double coverage, too. And people, I saw some Eagles fans like, oh, the last play's not interception, the refs missed it. Then don't throw in double coverage. And they picked on Bradbury that final drive. He just cannot cover anymore. He's just not a good corner anymore. Last year he was really good, but this year's been really bad. And the coaching staff needs major accountability. You've sensed it all year, but because they won from last second heroics and went overlooked, they have so much talent on the offense to not finish out these drives against them. The offense is literally A.J. Brown, tush push, and a QB draw. That's why he threw the bomb to A.J., I guess, instead of getting field goal range. So that's literally the offense. Throw to A.J. Brown, either a tush push or a QB draw. And the defense sucked at the end, but Hurts in the offense is beyond horrific. The defense stinks. And why throw that deep ball to Quez Watkins when he's shown no ability to contest? Like, not smart football. You still have 13 seconds, 2 timeouts, and Jake Elliott just outside field goal range. But what a freaking comeback. Drew Lock and Seahawks put off a late night comeback. You know what? They should start Drew Lock the rest of the year. I felt Geno Smith will bring similar results. So why not start Drew Lock the rest of the season? And he got the unexpected start, and had 2 great passes in his first game-winning drive in 1,142 days. I think Geno Smith's going to be starting next week. They already said that. But losing to Drew Lock there is crazy in the clutch. But you gotta give credit, man. He was great in that final drive. Come up clutch when they most needed it. Kenneth Walker, 19 runs, 86 yards, 4.5 yards a carry, 1 touchdown. A good game from Kenneth Walker. So, great game from Kenneth Walker in this game. And they kept running it and trusted it. So for Seattle, DK Metcalf, 5 catches, 78 yards, including a big catch on 3rd and 10 there late in the game. Jackson Smith and Jigba, 4 catches, 48 yards, and a touchdown. Had a big catch, obviously the game-winning touchdown. So 2 big catches there in that drive on throws from Drew Lock. Julian Love also gets a shout-out, 2 interceptions. Had 2 interceptions there in the fourth quarter, including 1 to clinch the game there. On a bad throw from Hurts and double coverage, he picked it. The 2 interceptions from Jalen Hurts really cost him this game. 6 for 6 Seahawks were 6 for 14 on 3rd down. The Eagles were 9 of 16. They were able to get some points here and there. They had 2 touchdown drives in the first quarter and the third quarter. Outside of that, their offense didn't look too great. Jalen Hurts didn't. 17 of 31. 143 yards, no touchdowns, had those 2 interceptions. He had 2 rushing touchdowns on 13 runs for 82 yards, 6.3 yards per carry. Had a few big runs here and there, but got 2 touchdowns on tush pushes. Or one was on a QB run, and the other one was on a tush push. He's got to pad them rushing stats, cause so people look at the rushing touchdowns, or so the NFL can put total touchdowns, knowing he ain't a good throwing quarterback anymore. He's regressed. DeAndre Swift, 18 runs, 74 yards, 4.1 yards per carry. I mean, they have 4 Pro Bowl linemen. Swift, Smith, Goddard, A.J. Brown. Arguably the best offensive personnel the league has to offer, and it's completely wasted by a horrible coaching staff and a quarterback that can't stop turning the ball over. A.J. Brown, 5 catches, 56 yards. Smith, 5 catches, 50 yards. And Goddard, 4 catches, 30 yards. Fletcher Cox and Jalen Carter, each 1 sack. I thought the Eagles' offensive line held up pretty good. Seahawks' pass rush was non-existent, but they got 2 big interceptions in this game. Got a big stop when it mattered most before that clutch drive by Drew Lock. But I think it's really all I really have to say here. Seahawks improved to 7-7. 7-7. The Eagles dropped to 10-4. It's taking somebody. Yeah, the Eagles 3 in a row. They've lost. I mean, I think they've lost like 3 in a row. And your Dallas Cowboys, my Dallas Cowboys, now take back control of the NFC East. 3 straight losses for Philly. They're not looking good. I know they played the Giants one of the next 2, but the Giants might still want to play spoiler. We'll see, but yeah, it's really tough to say. Even without Geno Smith, Seattle wins. But yeah, so it's all to say. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.